assuming that the first name Pelumi is in
That
F
I should
name.
input these ones.
So that Pelumi Ibukun should be relative to whatever the person put.
Okay. Yeah, I
You
thought as
understand?
much. I was like, because you didn't mention it, let me know.
Okay. So now that you know, how do you think you can reconstruct it now so that whatever the person types in as first name will be in that place where you have Pelumi, and whatever the person types in as S name will be in that place where you have Ibukun, with the spacing and everything? How do you think you can achieve that?
Well, what I would have done originally is like in a print statement, um,
Mm-hmm.
put the welcome, then impute. So the welcome would be like in inverted commas. Then
Mm-hmm.
this one I would input the variable f name, comma, s name,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
then continue the statement. But I don't know how that will work.
Okay. Okay. So yes, that's so okay. You are thinking of using a print statement directly, right?
Yes.
To just combine everything for you. But now, if
Mm-hmm.
you do that, guess what? You will not be able to achieve the space between Pelumi and Ibukun, or between the person's first name and surname. So, for you to achieve that space, there was something that you did in the last class. I don't know whether you remember, where you put
Yeah, okay,
it,
now that to be inclusive now, yes, so that I'll put space in between.
put it as part of the. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's one way of going about it.
Okay.
Uh, Fine. But then now that you have this scenario, let's tweak this one a bit to just reflect what um, we want to achieve. So you see that place where you have welcome, right?
Huh?
We're going to remove the two out of the three quotation marks, double quotation marks.
Okay,
So
so that's how it works. Okay.
yes, that's what we'll do. We'll do that welcome as if it's just single, single quotes. Do you get? Because the multi-line has not really started at that point. So we can, yeah, we've done that. Good. Then, then you can now put your plus sign there. We're
Okay.
going to, yeah, go ahead. No, that comma, that comma is part of the text now. So you can put the plus sign before. In fact, you can put the quotation mark just
After the
after the
plus.
yes, no, after the comma, so that it is part
Okay.
of the quotation mark. Do you get? It's
Okay.
part of
Yeah.
what is exactly perfect. Now,
Okay.
where you have that me, replace it with F name. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ah, then you now have your single one space.
Okay. I can make
Exactly
it
perfect.
simple or double.
You can use any one you want for that case. Yes, single or double. So then you know what to do. Yes. Then you take out the Ibukun. Uh-huh. Okay,
Then I now
excellent.
put the quotation mark here.
Yes, the
Oh,
triple
it's a
quotation
plus
mark.
again, right?
A plus, yes, there will be another plus there. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Perfect.
Mm,
What does this?
it's telling me invalid syntax. Um, Let me see if there's a space there that is not. Is there supposed to be a comma?
At that point?
Mm.
Oh, no. It's just string concatenation.
Oh, there was a space then.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well done.
Ah, oh, the spacing that is missing.
Exactly. That's perfect. Nice job.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much. No, I need this again. There was a space missing.
Okay.
Yeah, looks better. Oh, this anyway, I guess it's in the right up.
You can rearrange it how you want. That multi-line
Mm-hmm.
string is however you do it, that's how it will show.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's so we better now. Okay. Nothing. Oh no. One more time.
Mhm.
Yeah, I prefer it
Okay.
like this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's looking better now.
Mm.
Okay. So you feel that the language, how the homework was set is fine, right? At least there was everything was explicit, right? Very clear.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. All righty. Okay. So don't worry. I'll make it more more technical next time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you're making it technical, you could put like some what do you call it? Hint, like
Yes. For
expectation.
okay. Yes. 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 Definitely. Definitely. Okay. So I noticed that some some of the IDLE
Yeah.
doesn't have that run option.
No,
I
you
did.
have to like, just do yourself.
Yeah, it's an option, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Mm, okay. All right. So did you have any? Was there any other challenge you had or that you saw coming up with the solution to this one?
No, not really, because um, I think this one was it was straightforward.
Okay. All right. No problem. Mhm. Okay. So maybe we'll just continue from where we stopped then.
Okay.
Mm. So you have your notebook with you.
Yo, this thing is breaking. Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's yeah. I can hear you. Just just muffled, but I can hear you.
Okay, is it better now? I'm trying to move away from
Yeah,
the fan.
yeah, it's better now.
Okay, 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 okay. So I was saying that you have your notebook with you, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, okay, that's good. Okay, all right. So we stopped at multi-line strings was where we stopped, right? Arrays.
Was it multi? Oh,
Mm.
sorry, I'm opening my book.
We are still seeing strings as arrays, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll continue from there. All right. So there's a way of accessing arrays um, conveniently using a loop. Okay. So there's a term for it. It's called iterating through um, an array. So so it has this implication of the number of times a loop runs. Okay, a single instance of that run is an iteration. If you look at it that way, so a loop that will run 5 times, you can say it has iterations of that same loop. Okay, so if you want to go through an array that has 5 elements inside, then iterating through the array, would be achieved conveniently using a loop. Okay, so if somebody might equally argue that, oh, if I have 5 print statements, the first one saying print, let's assume that the name of the array is num, and then you say something like print num0. That's the first line. Of course, the num0 is in square brackets, right? Don't
Yeah.
forget that 0 is in square brackets for the index. Then the next line, you now say print num square bracket 1. Just like that. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That will print conveniently those 5 elements inside the array. But you didn't use any array in this scenario, but you still were able to achieve printing it. Okay. Now, what's wrong with that? Using that style, you didn't conveniently use a loop. What if the number of elements was more than 5? Would you now have a 100 elements? You now do 100 lines. So an array would always be convenient. All right. Okay. So of course, one of I would say the best the best form of an array that we use is that for loop. Okay. So we'll look at that right now. So this file, you've already saved it, right? The homework file. You saved
Yes,
it.
I have. Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. Okay. So since we still have space, do you want to continue using it?
I can use it now, right? Unless you want me to take, I can actually. Oh, let me open a new one.
Mm, okay.
Mm.
Okay. All righty. Okay.
Or I'll go to the previous class. No, let me leave this one.
No,
The
you can leave
string.
it. You can leave it. Fine. This one is fine like this.
Okay.
Let's start with a brand new this thing. Okay, so let's quickly create an array. Um, an array of colors. Okay. So
Okay.
what do we want to call the array? You can call it colors, and then assign to it. No, of course, when I say array now, I'm not talking about typical array. Remember, we're looking at string as an array. So, okay, so let's just use a string, a simple string. A simple string. Okay, let's just use the word today in double quotes.
Should I put it in a square bracket?
No. So
Okay.
not typical array, normal string.
Oh, oh, but it's not colors now.
Yes. So let's you can just call it any name, maybe str or something. Okay, good, excellent. Okay, all right. So remember, in this case, a string as an array, right,
Uh-huh.
is seeing each of those characters as an element in the array. So T will be str0, so on and so forth. So let's use a for loop and iterate through it. So on the next line, you have, you can go to the next line, hit enter. Okay, so you have your for loop, for, for what letter should we use to iterate? So you now specify maybe a simple, a variable. Let's see, okay, you can use X, okay, great. Okay, put a space in in str. Okay, then you have a colon. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so this one does the indentation for you, which is good.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do it yourself. Because sometimes that indentation can introduce its own error subtly, like, you know,
Uh-huh.
when you
Yeah.
either over it or you don't do it enough. That's where you have issues. Okay, so let's just do a simple print statement. Print x in parentheses.
That's all right.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So did you notice something? We're not using array notation now. We're not using those square brackets. But
Yeah.
this for loop x this is still going to treat it as an array.
Mm-hmm. So in its own, everyone has his own line.
Exactly. Okay. So so you can see how I printed it separately.
Yeah.
Like mhm. All right. So no matter, the good thing about it is that this kind of syntax can cater to any string of any length, no matter how long it is. If it's a sentence, today is this, blah blah blah, or like that multi-line string that you had, the for loop will patiently go through the whole thing,
One
um,
by one.
one by one, exactly. Yes, to go through it one by one. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's see. Uh, I have a string there today. Okay, so this syntax for loop, you are familiar with it, right?
Yeah, but I'm still trying to like get a hang of it because sometimes it confuses me. Like, okay, so this one now, because it's a string, we
Mm,
didn't say range, right?
mm.
Hello?
Yes, yes, I'm listening. What did you say? Because it's a string, what happened?
We did not put, so if it was a number, if it was an array of numbers now that said X in range, maybe like 0 to 5 before printing, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah, so
yes.
that was what I was
Yes, if you had.
expecting. If you have numbers, yeah. So when
Oh,
I've not done this one before, yeah. So I was like, okay, let me
okay,
see
okay.
what will happen right now. Yeah. So my question now is like,
Mm,
if you had, like, for instance, let me type it. If you had num equals zero, and then you now do for, oh, I think I'm now doing it right. It now makes sense. Then zero, 5. So I think I'm going to add a, what they call it, a while statement to this one, right?
you you want to go iterate through the loop, through the range. I mean.
Yeah. So like if I do like while, for instance, x less than or equal to 5. And so for this one, if I'm going to calculate, I want to see if it will work. Oh, oh, the
You
while loop,
have
I'm going
one
to put, what do you say?
where you have a loop inside another loop, right?
Mhm. Yeah, so sometimes it confuses me. So that I'm just
Okay.
telling you, so when you get to this side, it clears. So I'm going to
Mm,
wipe it off. 'Cause I'm just assuming things there.
okay. 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 There's
Yeah.
no problem. That's when when we're looking at loops proper. You
Mm-hmm.
see process of next loops and how we um, handle those instances. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Um so remember again, this is us looking at a string as an array of characters, right? So
Mhm.
this is we've seen the first thing that we saw was in the last class, how to assess each position in the string. You can use string array notation, which is simply what the name of the array and what
Index
um,
number.
the index of the position, showing the position. Today
Yeah.
we've seen that equally use a for loop and iterate through the string, just the same way you iterate through an array. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
next thing we want to equally see is, there's this keyword that is of course, even though we've used it here, but there's another way we can use it. Okay, in the sense where it can be a true or false. Okay, so what do I mean? So for instance now, this string contains how many characters? Today,
Right.
5 characters, right? Good.
Yeah.
So it's possible that an array may or may not contain an item one is looking for. So let's pretend that we're looking for a particular, we want to check if there's a particular um, character in that string. So we know there's T, there's O, there's D, there's A, there's Y. But let us say
Mhm.
that we want to check for a certain H, for instance. Of course, checking for H in today is going to return false. The reason being that there's no letter H anywhere in that string, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. So in that case, the in keyword is what going to return true or false. It's not
Okay.
going to be the way we used it here. So let me explain what I mean. Let's see an example that illustrates what I mean. Okay, so you can go to the next line now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just use a simple print statement, right? We're still using our string
Okay.
today. So you do your print statement. In the parentheses for that print statement, within the parentheses, you say um, H in double quotes. Then a space, and then use the keyword in, and then space again, and then str, which is our string.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you can close your parentheses. Now, the question is this: what do you expect this thing to? What do you expect to be the output?
For the H to be added.
No, it's not. No, We already know
The
H
H,
is not in it.
so
Mm,
it will be false. Sorry, false.
exactly, exactly. Okay, so go ahead and run it so that let's see.
Yeah, now we expect it to be added, but what will actually happen? It will not be. I was answering the question. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so
All
it gives a false.
right. Mm-hmm. All right. So do you want to add it now?
Um,
Okay.
okay.
So now for you to add it, will this not allow you to edit? Maybe you have to reassign on the next line. Then do that print again.
Reassign what?
You can just add H somewhere in that today. So you can say today
Oh,
space H. Let's just see what will happen when the character is simply there. Or instead of doing H again, we can use another letter that is actually inside.
Have C or D or
You can either use T or D or O, anyone that's already there.
true. Okay.
Okay, so you can see it, right?
Yeah.
So that in is actually an operator.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you can look at it as what do you call it? Shall I say it's a Boolean operator somehow because
Acting
of
like,
the
yeah.
true or false. Yes, the
Mm-hmm.
true or false that it returns. And then of course it's operand in this case. What and what? Um,
Is
um,
what?
the the operands that it works on. The
Okay.
character, the string on the left hand side, and then the array on the right hand side. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the one on
Mm-hmm.
the left hand side is checking for instances of that one on the left hand side inside the array on the right hand side. If it sees
Yeah.
it, it returns what? True. If it doesn't see it,
Mm-hmm.
what does it return?
False.
Exactly. Okay, so now, do you remember when we were talking about Boolean operators? Was it Boolean data type? Sorry. Do you remember that I said something that even though Boolean seems to be a limited set of values, true or false, it finds application in several um, places. Of course, you just saw one now using the in operator, right? So
Yeah.
another place where you can see it is the if statement, because the if statement will have a place where it has a condition. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
if you do this, and then if it's not true, don't do it, something like that. All right, so we'll just quickly see that um scenario now. Okay, so on the next line you can do your if statement. If Okay, all right, so yeah, so you've done your comment, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if now you can copy any of those ones that you have inside the print statement exactly how they are. Either you copy the T or the H, anyone you want. Yes, that will be our condition. Okay, then you can have your colon. Yes, and go to the next line. Okay, so you can, in this case now, you would say print yes it is, or yes or O is part of our string. Anyhow, anyone that you want to use to say the search was positive, something like that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay.
So I should run it, right? Or should I
Yes.
put the
Yes.
L or just leave it? Okay. Okay.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
that shows it. That's part of it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Um. Of course, there's just like you can have in the in statement. It's also possible to have a not in. So that's in the case where you want to check for instances of the string that are not in, of the character that are not in the string. And this character that you are seeing now, take note that it may be one letter, it can even be more than one letter. Okay, So you can maybe on the let's try something on in this one. So
Okay.
you said if O in str, right? Print yes, O is part of the string. So let's try day instead of just O between the double quotes. You can say if, you can copy that whole statement. If, copy that whole if O, then change the O to day, as in letter day, day. Yes. You can copy the print statement and then change yes, day is part of the string. Yeah. You can put the
Should I
day in
run it?
single quotes. You can put the day in single quotes. Aha. Excellent. You can run it now.
Why did you tell me to put it in single quotes?
So to give you this, everything is about, sometimes it's about appearance, okay? So to give you this impression that
Okay.
you're saying this string is part of the, it's not like it's compulsory, sha.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So um okay. So let me leave the questions for later. Okay.
Okay.
So now let's try the flip side of it. If we want to check if something is not inside the, it's not, cannot be found in the string, what happens? Okay. So we're going to, maybe we'll see it from both sides, the print statement and then the if statement. So you can do which one do we copy now? So that
Do you
first
want to
that
do
mm,
what do you want to achieve that is not there, right?
yes. So we're going to, so you see that place where you have print O in str. We're going to say you can copy it, copy that line. Okay. Yes, you can copy that one. Yes, that's fine. Then we'll now, yes, on that next line. So I don't know how you are going to call the comment in this one. Maybe you say we're testing using not in. So remember when we said yes, so you type yes, you put a space there and say not, yes, not in. So now when we were testing O in str, it showed us true, right?
Yeah.
Because O was inside it. So now let's say we want to test, we know that O is inside though, but we want to test if O is not in the string, what is going to say? What would you expect it to say?
Who is not there? Who is not there? We should say false.
False, right?
Yes, because it's not true. O is actually there.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead and run it. Let's see.
Mm.
All right. So now you now have options, right? You can either, depending on how you want to write your own program, do you want to write it in a way that the logic is very clear, very simple? When you're looking for instances of a particular string inside your bigger string, all right, would you want to say print, or print this in this, then maybe when you're actually looking for a case where what will happen if this string is not inside this thing, what should happen, then you can now use the not in. So the not is simply a negator. Okay, it's actually a what do you call it, a logic operator.
Okay.
It's also Boolean in its own way, because anything that it stands in front of, it turns that thing the other way around. So typically, O in str should have returned true, isn't it?
Yeah.
But because of
True.
that not, it becomes what? False automatically.
So,
That thing
mm-hmm.
should help you, okay, easily process what will happen in a situation where you see not in it.
Mm.
Anytime you see that not, just know that anything that would have returned true will become what? False. And anything
So,
that would have returned false will become what?
mm.
True, exactly. So I don't know if you want to write that down somewhere so that you, because sometimes
No, I
that
think
not,
it's
you have
clear
noticed it, right?
because of maths. It's clear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So even though I have not been so explicit about it, you by now you would have noticed that most of the operators we have been dealing with have two operands they're working on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When we looked at the addition operator, subtraction operator, multiplication, division, integer division, modulus, all of them take two operands. That's one on the left and one on the right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even assignment operator takes something on the right hand side, that's the operand, and assigns
Mm-hmm.
it to a variable on the left, isn't it? So
Yes.
it's still having two operands. So what does that tell you? It means that all these operators are what? Binary in nature.
Mm. Okay.
Uh, yes. So binary, of course, the whole idea of binary is that there are two. They deal with two operands all the time. Simple.
Mm-hmm.
So if you understand it like that, it's very clear. All right. Now, on the other hand, an operator like not doesn't need two operands. If you look very well, it only has one. If you look very well, you see that it has one, and that one is whatever is on its right hand side. The not in, the in normally would have returned either true or false. If it returns true, the not, putting the not in front of it will turn that true to what? False.
So,
Uh-huh. So, in other words, what does that tell you? The not doesn't need two operands, it just deals with one. Okay. So,
mm-hmm.
um, for those kind of operators that need only one operand, they are called unary operators. Okay. So, if you want to
Oh,
like have a broad grouping that you want to class all the operators into, you can have unary operators and what? Binary
binary.
operators. Exactly, exactly. So I don't know if you did Java up to the point of seeing the ternary operator. Did you come across anything like that?
I don't know. Let me bring out my book if I'll see anything like that.
Don't worry, you won't.
I
It's
don't
usually
think so. If not, I remember.
yes, yes. That ternary operator can even be confusing if you're not careful. Uh-huh.
I didn't get it off. I ran away.
Java even implement it. I'm trying to remember now. I know JavaScript implemented ternary operator, but I'm not sure of Java. No, Java took a lot of things from C and C++, but it did not take everything. Just tried
Mm-hmm.
to create its own world. But yeah, so ternary operators take three operands, like the name implies. But I don't think, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure Python goes to that level of
Mm-hmm.
this thing. Okay, anyway, but you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. I think I do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So if we come across another unary operator, I'll let you know that it's unary, and you too, you even see itself that, oh, this one takes only one operand, and that's it. Okay. Okay. So what we've done so far today, do you have any questions?
So I'm writing something like this. No, no, none so far. But yeah, I have a question. So the recording for the car, can I have
The what?
the recording?
Okay. You want the link to it, right?
Yeah, is it possible?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I can,
please.
yes, I can make it available to you. You can even download it if you want. You have enough space on your computer, Abi?
Yeah, because that can always take space, right?
If we don't do beyond like 1 hour like that, 1 hour recordings are not usually that heavy. Maybe like
Okay,
80 something meg. It's not that heavy like that.
okay, that's fine.
So once I send the link to you, you can view it. You should be able to view it and even download it. And
Okay, so I don't even have to download it. But if I can always access it.
yes, but then that means that anytime you're watching it, you have to be on the internet. So that's fine. You guys don't have problem with internet now. Internet is always available.
Yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to save space now. I keep downloading too
Mm,
many things. Okay,
mm. Understand?
yeah, yeah, just saying that
Okay.
I'll ask. Yeah,
I'll send it to you. I'll share it when I get it. I'll share it with you on to your email.
okay, thank you.
Mm,
Wow,
mm.
much
You're
appreciated.
welcome.
Yeah, so
Okay. I think we have. So you see what I did now with this not in for the print. You can also do it with the if statement, but we'll not do it. At least you've seen how we did it
mm,
with the in. Yes. So I'm sure you'll be able to equally replicate it for if statement. The not in.
mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So let me see what next we should do. So we're still dealing with strings. Let me see what the next thing that we should naturally move to is more of string manipulation. Have you done this string slicing
Yes,
string?
I've seen it before. That's the have you done? Yeah, come
Okay,
across it.
okay, good. Okay,
Mhm.
good. Okay. All right. So let's maybe we should just revisit it and
Mhm.
yeah, see how it looks. Okay, so this can we use this today? Okay, let's still use this today string as for example. All right. So in our print statement, to do your what do you call it?
Slicing.
Slicing. Yes, we'll use it's also like an array notation, no, but we'll use colons and all that. So on the
Okay, so
next line,
sorry,
yeah.
hold on. This array
Mm.
you're calling is not a Python text.
What how do you mean?
It's list that they call it in this Python.
Yes. It's
Mhm.
list.
So I
Yes.
wrote the list in brackets so that I don't forget that I'm not doing Java.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No
Yeah,
problem. No problem.
I
No
thought I was going
problem.
to tell you.
No problem.
I had to
No
write it
problem.
and underline it. Yeah.
Mm. You're right. You're right. It's list. Yes, that's the official data type that Python knows it as. Yes, you're correct. So
Mm-hmm.
it's list. Don't mind me. I think because I also deal with JavaScript. So anything that I can use, anything I find that's common between them, I by default I take the name that I've been more used to.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So it's list, yes. So list notation. Okay. So for slicing, we'll use the square bracket. So let's just do a print statement and see how this plays out. So for slicing, simplest um, um, scenario. So let's say we want to take out, slicing is just like taking part of the array out. Okay, it's like getting a substring from a full string, just a subset of the string. So let's
Yeah.
say out of that today, we want to say 2. That's just TO, right? So
Mm-hmm.
of course, there are different ways you can do it. So to slice it, you start with the index of the first character you want to start with. So in this case, T's position is 0, right?
0, yeah.
Mhm. So in your print statement, you will have print and then in the parentheses, str square bracket 0 um
Sorry,
colon.
let's start again. What did you say? My print
Okay.
statement. Mm-hmm.
Mm. So that's str.
Yeah.
Mhm. Then okay, wait a minute. Okay, square bracket. Then 0. 0 is the index of the first element where you want to start slicing from.
Yeah.
Then since we want to stop at O, um, or should we just do D? Okay, so let's see TOD. So now we'll write the index of the one that we want to end at, but we're not going to take it. So TOD, this position is 2, 0, 1, 2, right? So you're going
Mm-hmm.
to put 2 after the colon and then close your square bracket.
Okay.
Aha. Mhm. So this is going to, we're expecting it to return TO. Why? Because it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't take the index of the last one. So,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
mhm. So that's slicing. So that slicing is just a term for getting substrings out of the original string. So this thing basically what we're doing is another name for string processing. So let's say you have a sentence and you want bits of that sentence, in different variables. How do you
Mm-hmm.
get it out? uh that's the whole idea of what we're doing now, string slicing. So do you want to try one on your own now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say we needed just D and A. How do you think we'll achieve it?
Um, is it possible to even do negative?
Negative, yes, we can do negative, but let's
So
let's
you
do positive, then we'll do
positive first.
negative on the next one.
Okay, so to get, you said A and Y, right?
Yeah,
Hmm?
D
What
and
did you say?
A, D,
D and A. D and
D
A
and
now
A.
will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So D and A will be 2 to 4.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah,
Well done. Okay.
thank you.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you want to try the negative one? Can you do
Yeah. Mm,
negative equivalent for the one that you just did now?
okay, let me write it out first.
Mm.
Mm, mm. So now for the negative one, you know how
Mm.
this one, the one you are going to is cut off. It's still the same thing that happens.
Yes, the one you are going to is cut off. So
Okay, let me just write this one and see if and you tell me if I'm not. from right to left. Oh, no, no, no. That's sorry. Um,
So you're counting from the right hand side now.
yes. Mhm. Oh, so the position really matter.
Mm. Yeah, of course, the position matters now.
Yeah, so that's why. So this is the D and this is the A. The D must come before the A.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it worked. Ah. Mhm.
Okay, so how about the TO, the one above it?
Okay, so that would be sorry. Let me see. Ah, the T. Oh, now how would that one work? Because
TO.
yeah, because this is the because it's the one starting, it will not cut off. Okay, then this now becomes like this. Because that's the beginning, it won't cut off. The T is at the beginning.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, okay. How was it looking like it was one complicated thing before?
Okay. Well, could it be that maybe you are dealing with longer strings?
Not necessarily. It's just um so first of all, I think I didn't know how you have assignments, then you just
Mm-hmm.
rush through to the answer.
Mm.
You didn't get the concept.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Mm-hmm.
now looks like it's difficult. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
that's what happened. It's very clear
Okay.
now.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That's why I
All
wanted to
right.
do the negative as well, so that it sticks.
Okay. 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 Nice one. Okay.
Thank
So let's see a scenario where you have a starting point, and let's say the string, you don't want to take it all the way to the end. All right.
you.
So
Okay.
like DAY, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you want DAY, you know that Y is all the way to the end of the string. So with
Mm-hmm.
Python, you can do a kind of implied slicing where you do something like this. The position for D is, if we're doing positive, it's going to be 0, 1, 2, right? So you can
Okay.
do colon and you leave out the 4 because it's implied that it will go all the way to the end. So just do 2 colon, just remove the 4.
Okay, we want to get to okay, and just leave it like this, right?
Yes, yes. So you will achieve DAY with this now.
Okay.
Can you see it now?
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing applies for when you want to start from the beginning. It's implied already to a particular position in the string. You can also leave out where you have to will be empty. Then you put the colon and then specify the place where you want to end. So let's see how do let's can you do TOD? So TOD would have been 0, 1, 2, 3. So you do it. You can put that place where you have 4. Just put 3 and remove the 2. Yes, exactly. Okay. So you can run
Mm.
it. Mhm. Okay. So did you get the concept of this one now?
Yes, I did. So you could
Okay.
have like no restriction for where it starts from, and then no
Exactly.
restriction for where it ends.
Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So I think I'm thinking whether we can uh pause here for today.
Yes, we can. Yes.
It's fine, Abby.
Yes. It's very
Mm,
fine. I not
okay.
have system overload for today because I just came back. I've not rested.
Oh, oh,
Today has just been
okay.
a wonderful day for me.
Uh,
Yeah.
as well. So weekends are usually busy for you, right?
Always busy.
Mm,
Weekends are always busy for me, right from time.
mm.
Mm.
But it's like
Mm.
it's not that it got busier for you when you guys moved over there.
Yeah, so it just got busy. That's my weekends just got busy because I took a class. I'm doing a
Okay.
class during the weekend, in-person class every Saturday.
What did
I
you say?
almost, ac- yeah, I almost canceled this class, like, because I was like, oh, I won't be able to make it. So I had an
Oh,
assignment to do. I was actually uploading my assignment.
okay, okay.
Then as soon as I finished, and I was logged on. Yeah,
Mm,
so that's
okay.
why my weekend is now busy.
Wow. Okay.
But before it was, I think Saturdays used to be free for me
Mm,
before. Mm.
okay.
So that's life. Mm. Life is in phases. Yeah.
All right. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
No
Thank you
worry.
very much.
It's
Mhm.
to pay off in the long run. Yes.
Yes, so I guess yes. That's the whole idea. Mm. Thank you
Okay.
very much for your time.
All
I
right.
really
And,
appreciate it. Mm.
uh,
So I'm expecting a homework now that will change my life forever. So I say brace for impact.
don't
Mm.
worry. I'm sure you'll be able to do it. To be easy.
I will do the
Yes.
one I can do. If it is not working, then I find solution.
Of
Mhm.
course. Of course. And now you understand it. I'm sure you'll be able to handle it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Mm, mm,
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate
mm.
it.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. You're welcome. Try and get some rest when you
Yeah, I
can.
will then. I
Mm,
continue my day. Yeah. All right.
yes.
Regards to your wife.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Here. Sure. Here. Same
Mm.
here. Regards to your family.
All right.
Everybody.
Mm. Have a less remaining part of the weekend.
Okay.
Mhm. Good
Uh,
night.
all right. Good night.